Scarcity is very difficult, but being affluent doesn't necessarily bring joy. Have you ever wondered why you don't feel truly happy? Living in either. Earning a monthly salary of $1,000 can be disheartening, while making $1,000 or more doesn't guarantee satisfaction for many people. It seems that pursuing happiness is an eternal goal for humanity, as the famous philosopher said. We have all kinds of expectations in life, yet we never truly live. As society progresses, luxury items that our ancestors once cherished have now become everyday necessities in every household. We have better living conditions, improved health, and longer lifespans than those in the past. We should be happier, but why do we still not feel joy deep down? Perhaps you will find the answer in the book Flow, The Secret Path to Happiness by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, a Hungarian-American psychologist who studied psychology from a scientific perspective. This book can help you understand how to find true happiness in life. More accurately, Flow is not just a book about psychology. It is a scientific work that employs various research methods to address a question that has yet to be clearly defined. What is happiness? So how can we live happily? Mihaly argues that happiness comes from order within our inner selves. To explain this, he borrowed a concept from physics: entropy. Entropy refers to disorder in a separated system. It can be said that the entire world around us, from the micro to the macro level, exhibits this chaotic nature. Our bodies, from tiny molecules and atoms, are never at rest, just as planets and galaxies continuously move in the universe. Entropy also occurs within us. We are easily thrown into chaos. This chaos means we are easily influenced by emotions and thoughts stemming from many desires in life. Mihaly calls this psychic entropy, which refers to the disorder in our minds. This increasing chaos is a reason why we find it hard to attain happiness. So, what increases this chaos, preventing us from finding happiness? This chaos arises from two aspects. The first is the disorder from the universe. In the book The Road Less Traveled, it is stated that Earth was not designed for humanity. Nature always finds ways to make life uncomfortable. Some places are too cold, others too hot, there are earthquakes and volcanoes. Humans must constantly struggle against nature to survive. Our influence on nature is minuscule. Ultimately, we spend our lives trying to survive, and at the end, we must obey the laws of the universe. All of us will eventually return to dust. Thus, living happily can only be determined by our inner reflections and our daily life experiences. The second source of chaos comes from within ourselves, with insatiable greed being the primary factor causing this disorder. We work our whole lives striving for something, yet most of us feel vague about what that something is. We often measure the quality of life by the results we achieve. However, desires are always increasing, making the pursuit of material wealth an endless goal. The richer we become, the more we feel we need to be richer. We never feel satisfied. Ultimately, we can only find true happiness when we feel joy in the process of experiencing life. Unfortunately, we often focus all our minds on goals and fail to enjoy the present moment. Secondly, we are easily distracted. When studying or working, we allow ourselves to be influenced by social media, phones, and unrelated games. We live in a state of entropy, and we contribute to this chaos ourselves. Are we really going to let our lives be overwhelmed by chaos? The universe may be chaotic, but it also has its own laws. Where there is entropy, there is also counter-entropy. For example, our bodies age over time, but we take care of our skin and exercise daily to slow down this aging process. This is a way to counter entropy. When we feel confused, we often write in journals to release our thoughts or reflect on our experiences, which is also a way to counter entropy. Therefore, the key to living better lies in our ability to counter entropy. To do this, it is important to focus and experience the present moment, rather than being overly concerned with outcomes and goals stemming from desires. Mihaly calls this optimal experience, also known as flow. In optimal experiences, we find happiness. So what exactly is it, and what conditions do I need to enter a flow state? Flow is a state that occurs when our minds are completely immersed in the actions we are performing, activities that we find interesting and creative, making us lose track of time and even forget ourselves. To achieve a flow state, 5 conditions must be met. 1. You must love what you do. It should be something you choose to do, not something you are forced to do. 2. You must possess certain skills and be proficient in what you do. 3. The activities should be challenging, but not overwhelmingly so. They should be slightly above your current ability. 4. After completing a task, there must be feedback and periodic rewards to encourage you. 5. There should be clear goals and an understanding of the overall steps needed to achieve them. When you meet these 5 conditions, you will easily enter a flow state. Now think about it. Surely you have played a favorite video game before. By examining the above conditions, isn't it true that when you play games, you also immerse yourself in a flow state? The first condition is that the game is genuinely enjoyable and you love it. The second condition is that when you start playing, you have complete control over your actions and gradually become skilled at them. The third condition is that the game levels are challenges designed to progress from easy to difficult, which motivates you to continue playing. The fourth condition is that each time you pass a level, you receive some reward. The fifth condition is that when you play the game, you always have a clear goal in mind, whether it's rescuing a princess or defeating monsters. However, you might ask, isn't it true that playing games or engaging in fun activities brings happiness? Not quite. To achieve happiness, you need to satisfy another crucial factor. You must engage in activities that make you feel valuable and allow you to perceive a difference compared to others. Therefore, entertainment and gambling do not provide significant value. Interestingly, if flow can arise from playing games, why not try to apply the experience of flow from gaming to learning or work? Specifically, how can we apply this? Let's explore some easy steps to achieve a flow state in study and work. Why do we often procrastinate and easily give up on tasks? It could be that the work is too difficult for us. But conversely, we might feel indifferent and bored because the work is too simple. It often becomes repetitive. Therefore, before starting any task, it's essential to accurately assess your capabilities to choose tasks that match your abilities. Choosing the right job will make you enjoy it more and more easily. Enter a flow state. This is the first step, recognizing and accurately assessing your abilities. Many young people, upon graduating, take jobs that do not align with their fields of study, or some have been in a job for years that they cannot enjoy. However, due to the pressures of survival or age, many people do not have the luxury to choose a career from scratch. So how can we still experience flow when faced with unsuitable jobs? First and foremost, it's crucial to adjust your mindset. If you cannot change your situation, learn to love what you must do. Create meaning in your tasks and make them valuable by self-imposing challenges and raising the expectations of your work. I have a neighbor named Kay who drives a taxi. Every day, he is joyful and smiling. He previously worked in sales, but perhaps was not suited for it, leading to losses. Years later, he left that profession to drive a taxi. Compared to business, driving a taxi is relatively easier and repetitive like other drivers. Many people complain about their fate, working tirelessly on the road. However, he is different. He always finds ways to make his job more interesting. He sets fun challenges for himself during his familiar driving days. For example, to improve customer satisfaction, he decides that besides driving safely, he will challenge himself to engage in conversation with customers. Today, he aims to make 3 people happy through conversation, tomorrow 4, and the day after 5. Each day, his challenges continuously increase, making each of his workdays enjoyable and filled with flow. Therefore, create challenges and raise your standards if your work is too easy. Conversely, if your current job exceeds your abilities, you can break down larger tasks into smaller ones and continuously learn to enhance your skills. For instance, if writing a thesis is too difficult, break it down into smaller tasks, such as writing 200 to 500 words each day. Additionally, to write better, you need to keep improving your reading skills. In summary, the second important step to achieve flow is to make your current work enjoyable. If it's too easy, increase the challenge. If it's too hard, break it down into smaller tasks and continually learn to enhance your capabilities. The third step is crucial for entering a flow state: absolute focus. There's a saying, if you can control your focus, you can control your life. In a world filled with chaotic experiences while working, you might be checking on your child at daycare or scrolling through Facebook and TikTok while studying. You might not realize it, but you waste a lot of time. Life has too many distractions that increase your entropy, and we gradually drown in distractions. The only way to resolve this is to regain order within by focusing on the one task you are currently engaged in. Reading is for reading, no Facebook, no TikTok. Writing reports is for writing reports, no idle chat with colleagues. Controlling focus in all aspects of life will also bring significant emotional relief. You will always find flow, even in the smallest tasks. When eating, focus on eating. When walking, focus on walking. When talking to loved ones or parents, focus on listening instead of scrolling on your phone. Controlling distractions and living in the present can make every moment of your life fully concentrated, and you will find yourself in your own flow. At that point, your life will truly be happy and meaningful. In conclusion, to live happily, you need to find ways to counter entropy by discovering flow in everything you do. First, recognize your abilities and seek purpose and meaning in your tasks. Second, create interest in each experience. Finally, focus your attention on immersing yourself in the present moment. I hope each of us quickly finds ourselves living in a state filled with flow, leading to happiness and achieving all our desires. Thank you for listening to my channel, which shares knowledge to help you progress every day. If you find my content helpful, please support us by liking and subscribing, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next videos. Thank you, and see you in the next videos.